Since 1963, more than 100 heroes have called themselves Avengers. But not all Avengers are built the same. Some can lift a hammer, some can shatter planets, and today we're ranking the absolute strongest of them all. 1. The Scarlet Witch. So, let's start with Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. When she fights, you don't really see punches or kicks the way you do with Hulk or Thor. No. Wanda fights like someone who just rewrote the game before anyone else even learned the rules. Imagine a battle where everyone is ready to throw hands, and Wanda just waves her fingers, and suddenly reality itself looks like it's glitching. Walls melt, time skips, and enemies start doubting if they even exist. Her most famous fight move? The chaos magic whisper that erased mutants in House of M. Imagine standing in front of her, thinking you're about to block some fireball, and instead, she literally changes your DNA out of existence. No sparks, no dramatic explosion, just reality bowing to her will. She doesn't need to land hits because the battlefield itself is hers to play with. Friends, foes, even entire timelines, no one is safe once Wanda decides it's her move. And the fun part? She's not just tossing random hex bolts anymore. She learned spells from top magicians, layered that onto her reality warping, and turned herself into a one-woman apocalypse. If you blink during her fight, you may open your eyes and find out the fight never happened because she rewrote it. Good luck to anyone stepping in that arena. 2. The Hulk. Then comes the Hulk. Now, where Wanda breaks the rules of the game, Hulk just rips the whole board in half and throws it at you. In a fight, Hulk is like a storm wearing green skin, except the storm keeps getting angrier every single second. The madder he gets, the stronger he gets, and that means there's no ceiling. Imagine punching him once, watching him roar, and realizing that you basically just gave him a power-up. Bad idea. His battles are legend. One time, he literally ripped Wolverine in half. Another time, he traded blows with Hercules like they were kids fighting over the last toy. And when Onslaught, a cosmic-level threat who had Franklin Richards' power, tried to flex, Hulk's punch was so strong it might have cracked the universe. That's not me exaggerating, that's actually what Marvel said. And here's the comedy of it all. Thor, a god with lightning in his veins, has fought Hulk multiple times and walked away with missing teeth. Think about that. A god with a magic hammer, yet Hulk treated him like an action figure. When Hulk gets moving, you don't run. You don't hide. You just pray he gets bored, because otherwise you're the next part of the ground he smashes into dust. 3. Thor. Speaking of Thor, let's talk about the Norse god who shows up to every fight like it's both a battlefield and a concert. Thunder roaring, lightning splitting the sky, cape flying dramatically, Thor doesn't just fight, he puts on a show. And when Mjolnir spins in his hand, it's like the sound of doom for his enemies. In battle, Thor is pure force wrapped in divine flair. He's fought frost giants bigger than skyscrapers, clashed with gods older than time, and still manages to crack jokes mid-swing. But it's not all brute strength. With the all-power, Thor's basically a walking cheat code. He can see everything, know everything, and hit you with power so cosmic it shakes realms. He once stopped Galactus, the guy who eats planets, by just swinging harder. The real thrill of a Thor fight isn't just the lightning bolts or the hammer throws, it's the way he blends brute power with divine energy. While Hulk smashes and Wanda rewrites, Thor strikes like nature itself. You don't fight Thor. You survive Thor if you're lucky, and even then, you probably smell like burnt hair after the lightning hits. 4. Captain Marvel. And then we have Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. She doesn't just walk into fights, she rockets into them like a human missile. One moment the sky is calm, the next you see a streak of light and realize Carol just flew in faster than most people can blink. By the time enemies notice her, she's already punched them through 3 walls. In one legendary moment, she literally lifted the body of a Celestial. And if you know Marvel, you know Celestials are giant space gods. Carol did it without breaking a sweat. Her power comes with a cosmic glow, so whenever she fights, it looks like someone turned on the sun just for her. And if you think she's easy to wear down, think again. Her healing factor soaks up energy. The more you throw at her, the stronger she gets. And then there's binary form. That's the point where she stops being just Carol with cosmic powers and turns into a living star. Light speed flight, unlimited energy blasts, and enough raw firepower to burn entire fleets. If Wanda changes reality, Hulk crushes it, and Thor thunders through it. Then Captain Marvel just lights it up until nothing else dares move. 5. Sentry now. Here comes the wild card. Sentry. Robert Reynolds looks like your average superhero until he steps onto the battlefield, and then you realize you're facing someone Marvel calls the most powerful Avenger ever. The serum inside him isn't just a little upgrade. It's like Captain America's strength turned up 100 times. When Sentry fights, things get weird fast. He's ripped apart Ultron like it was a toy, carried helicarriers like backpacks, and shrugged off attacks that would vaporize entire armies. His punches don't just hurt, they rearrange matter. And if the Void, his dark half, takes over, so then it's a horror show. Entire battlefields turn into nightmares as Void twists Sentry's power into pure destruction. Here's the thing, not even Wanda can rewrite him. That's how broken his abilities are. He controls molecules, bends energy, and even death doesn't stick to him. In a fight, Sentry isn't just your opponent. He's the battle itself, reshaping everything until his enemies realize they were outmatched before they even showed up. 6. Storm. Now picture the sky going dark in seconds. Thunder rolling so loud you can feel it in your bones, and lightning cracking like a giant camera flash across the world. That's Storm, the weather queen who doesn't just bring the rain, she commands it. When she stepped into a fight alongside the Avengers, it wasn't just wind and rain we were talking about. She bent the entire atmosphere like it was her personal playground. Not only this, enemies rushing the field, thinking they're safe because they've got numbers. Storm lifts her hands, and suddenly, each one is drenched by a storm cloud that seems made just for them. One soldier is slipping in mud, another blinded by hail, and a third knocked flat by a lightning bolt aimed like a sniper shot. And just when you think she's done, she pulls something even scarier. Tornadoes tearing across the ground, swallowing machines like a giant cosmic vacuum cleaner. That's not just weather control. That's cosmic level energy, because Storm has been shown to hold eternity itself, the living embodiment of the universe inside her. When the Avengers faced cosmic threats, it wasn't Captain America leading the Sky Charge. It was Storm, channeling enough power to kill the Sorcerer Supreme in her solo run. 7. Nova. When the sky clears and the stars take over, here comes Richard Rider, better known as Nova. If Storm is the storm on Earth, Nova is the storm in space. Imagine a battle where lasers cut across the sky, alien ships swarm, and the air burns with energy. Nova dives in like a living rocket, faster than light, his whole body glowing like a star about to explode. The moment he calls on the Nova Force, it's game over for anyone standing in his way. He once ripped Annihilus's insides out during a fight. Yes, actually tore the villain apart. That's not a win. That's a statement. And then there's the time he went blow for blow with Silver Surfer, a cosmic being powered by Galactus. Picture fists slamming so hard, shockwaves ripple across miles, while planets tremble in the distance. That's Nova at his best. And when Galactus himself fired a blast so huge, it destroyed 3 entire solar systems, Nova stood there, took the hit, and kept fighting. Think about that. Most heroes would have been turned into cosmic dust. but Nova just clenched his fists tighter and blasted back. He is speed, strength, flight, and raw energy wrapped in one body. 8. Valkyrie. Now let's step down from the stars and onto the golden fields of Asgard, where Valkyrie rides into battle. Imagine a warrior so fierce that death itself seems like a casual friend she keeps running into. Valkyrie doesn't just fight. She dances with her sword, Dragonfang, slicing through enemies as if she's been training for centuries. Because, well, she has. In battle, her gift is more than strength or speed. She sees death coming, literally. Imagine you're facing her on the battlefield, and she stares at you with eyes that can already tell your end. That's a fight you've already lost before it starts. And let's not forget, she's carried Captain America's shield into combat, proving she's trusted with the weapons of Earth's greatest soldier. But my favorite part? The Asgardian comedy of it all. One minute she's charging headfirst into an army. The next she's been killed, pulled into Valhalla, and somehow, without even sending a postcard, she's back again, sword swinging, ready to fight like nothing happened. Death doesn't slow her down. It's more like a coffee break. 9. She-Hulk next. We get to Jennifer Walters, the lawyer who took her cousin's gamma blood and turned it into something far more stylish. She-Hulk isn't just smashing things like the original Hulk. No, she brings intelligence, timing, and just enough sass to make enemies question if they should even bother. Just imagine her in battle. A missile slams into her chest. Anyone else? Gone. She-Hulk? She brushes the smoke off like it's a smudge on her suit jacket. When Thanos himself landed a hit that nearly ended her, she still stood back up, proving she's every bit the Avenger her cousin is. But here's the wild part. She can break the fourth wall. Imagine fighting her. And she just turns, winks at the reader, and changes the script so she wins. That's not just strength, that's narrative control. And because she keeps her mind in Hulk form, she isn't lost in rage. She's throwing cars like dodgeballs while still cracking lawyer jokes in between. Battlefields bend to her will because she's always in control, always calculating, always ready to smash with style. 10. Captain America. Finally, we circle back to the soldier who started it all, Steve Rogers. Now, compared to cosmic storms, interstellar nukes, and gamma-powered juggernauts, you'd think Cap wouldn't make this list. But then the shield comes out, and suddenly everything changes. In one battle after another, Cap has proven that strength isn't just in fists, it's in the heart that refuses to quit. Picture him surrounded by an army, battered and bleeding, shield broken, and still he stands. And when Thor drops Mjolnir in the middle of chaos, who's the one who picks it up like it's been waiting for him the whole time? Captain America. That hammer swing changes everything. Suddenly, the soldier becomes the storm, channeling lightning itself as if the gods signed off on his bravery. He doesn't need cosmic energy or gamma blood. His power is standing firm when everyone else falls. And that's why, at the end of all these battles, when the smoke clears, it's always Captain America at the front, shield raised, ready for the next fight. Now it's your turn. Who do you think is the strongest Avenger of all time? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Marvel Power Rankings.